I need the scoop.
A wedding invitation request threatens to destroy a family when a mother's bizarre ultimatum forces her son to choose between his past and his future. This Reddit confession divided thousands as one man's journey from serial cheater to devoted fiancé collides with family loyalty in the most shocking way. Get ready for a wedding drama where standing up for love means standing alone, and where the people who should celebrate your happiness become your biggest obstacle.
I'm using a throwaway account because my family knows my original account. I'm a 28-year-old man, and I was a terrible person in the past, which I've moved on from. I used to drink a lot and had cheated on my 27-year-old ex-girlfriend countless times in our 3-year relationship. I don't know how she stuck with me for so long. So one day she found out I was cheating again and broke things up, which I don't blame her for. I was cut off by my family, which was heartbreaking. I eventually improved myself, got in therapy, and eventually apologized and reconciled with my family. I found out my mother and my ex were still in contact, which I didn't mind. They were close even when I was with her. My family invites my ex to family gatherings since her family is, let's say, not that good, which I again don't care about. We both are civil and don't interact much. Eventually I met a new girl who's also 28, and 1 year later I'm engaged to her. Yeah, and she knows how I was in the past, as I had told her. We are planning a wedding to host only close friends and family. Then the problem arrives. My mother, who's close with my ex, wants to invite her to the wedding, and my fiancé is absolutely furious. The reason my mother's giving is that it's a family event. Honestly, I don't want her to be at my wedding either. I called my ex to talk about it, and she told me the same thing. She doesn't want to be at my wedding, but my mother's insisting, which is infuriating. My mother is still saying she won't come if my ex isn't coming, and my fiancé has had arguments with her. I'm seriously thinking of not inviting my mother at this point, but if she doesn't come, I'm afraid that I might be cut off from my family again. This is so infuriating. For context, when I was 22, I broke up with my ex. I think 6 years is a lot of time to change, right?
The Reddit community overwhelmingly supported the poster's decision to stand firm, with many sharing their own stories of family members who couldn't let go of the past. Armed with this validation, the poster prepared for the most difficult conversation of his life with his mother. The next day, a heated confrontation would reveal the true depth of his mother's resentment and force him to make an impossible choice.
Honestly, I got overwhelmed with all the responses, so thank you to everyone who replied. As most of you said, I grew a spine and talked to my mother, with my fiancé and me sitting down together. She wouldn't drop it, saying she doesn't like my fiancé. Well, my fiancé yelled at her, so she's not coming to my wedding anymore. I sent a message to all wedding guests explaining the situation, that my mother wants to invite my ex to my wedding. Basically, most of them are on my side. Those who said I am ungrateful, let's just say they're uninvited and blocked. My 34-year-old brother called me to say that I did the right thing, which was a relief. Going forward, I would probably go low contact with my mother. My ex called me. My fiancé and I talked to her on speaker and she apologized and said she said no to my mother and won't drop it. I said okay, and of course she's not invited to the wedding. My father said he's not coming either if his wife is not coming, which is valid. So the wedding is actually small now, with 50 people. But the planned reception is huge, with 150 people, which my father and father-in-law are throwing together on my behalf. My mother will be there, so there might be drama. I will have security just in case at the wedding. My father said my mother won't do anything stupid at the reception, and my ex is not invited to the reception either.
I can't imagine the emotional whiplash of planning your dream wedding while your own parents turn it into a battlefield. As the poster tried to salvage some semblance of family unity, tensions between the fathers reached a breaking point over who would host the reception. 3 days later, another explosive phone call would eliminate any hope of a peaceful celebration.
So I had a talk with my father-in-law and fiancé about the situation, and my father-in-law will cover the entire cost of the reception by himself. I offered some money to him, but he refused, saying I am like his son, which made me tear up. My father and father-in-law had a shouting match on the phone about it, so my father and mother aren't coming to the reception anymore. My fiancé is happy, and I am happy that our wedding and reception are going to be drama-free. We will definitely have security there, but it's going to be hard explaining to everyone what happened. Many people are probably going to bail out of the wedding. I haven't talked to my parents since, and will probably contact my father after the wedding and reception are over. Last night, I'm going to be honest, I cried like a baby saying that my mother and father aren't going to be there, but my fiancé comforted me, probably the most amazing woman I've met. I can't wait to spend my life with her. And I failed my PhD exam. The results came a few hours ago. I'm going to try again afterwards, I guess. Going forward, I'm probably going to be low contact with my father and no contact with my mother.
The stress of family drama even affected the poster's academic life, as he failed his PhD exam during this turbulent period. Despite the heartbreak of planning a wedding without his parents, he found strength in his fiancée's unwavering support and her family's embrace. 11 days after the final family confrontation, the poster would face his wedding day with a mixture of joy and profound sadness.
So yesterday I got married. It was the happiest day of my life, but yeah, it sucked not having my parents there. I thought they wouldn't go this much against me. They didn't even come to the reception. I honestly cried after the reception, but my fiancée was understanding and comforted me. I couldn't have asked for a better half than her. My ex had sent a message of congratulations after the wedding, which I replied to with thanks. It was due to the mother problem. Mum was nagging her too. It was just for communication. Plus, I'm just going to delete her number and not going to contact anymore. After the wedding, I still haven't contacted my parents, but my father had sent an air fryer as a wedding gift to my address, which is like an appliance, so gonna use it. My brother did tell me that Mum is complaining about my ex not picking up the calls though. The reception was awesome too, thanks to y'all for those wonderful comments supporting and suggesting me. I honestly thought I don't deserve all this due to how terrible I was in the past. But people can change. If you have done something wrong in the past, don't let it define yourself. Keep it in your mind and move on. You can change.
Sometimes choosing your partner means losing your family, but true love requires courage to protect what matters most. This newlywed continues building his life with his supportive wife and in-laws, so subscribe to catch any updates on whether his parents will eventually come around. Share your thoughts on family boundaries and wedding guest lists in the comments, and explore our other videos for more stories about choosing love over obligation.